Hello, everybody. Thanks for checking in with Callie. Now, this situation here is interesting because there's a potential trade possibility and some talks being in the works, behind closed doors between the Clippers and Lakers, from what I'm hearing, in regards to a potential trade for PJ Tucker. Now, I've been on record. One of my videos I made about a week or two ago, you can check it out, in regards to PJ Tucker and the frustrations of his role and everything with the Clippers. And it seems to be growing more and more. But what he said a few weeks ago was in regards to there's not enough basketballs to go around for the Clippers, for everybody. And I knew this could be a problem for the Clippers, just like a lot of other people as well. But now it's starting to come to fruition more. And the good thing is it's not really harming the team any, because they're on like a 5-game winning streak. Kawhi is looking great. The team is looking good overall. They look like they pretty much are, trying to just dismantle everybody they play, and within the group that they're playing, with the lineup that they have and what Ty Lue has put out on the floor, the product he's putting out on the floor with the lineups and stuff has been working so far. But of course, there's always one rotten apple in a situation, in a family, in a locker room, any time. It's always something you can always point to that could be a stain on a situation or a bad thing or negativity. And I'm not saying that PJ Tucker is bringing negativity to the team. I just think that he's voicing his opinion in regards to he feel like he has a lot left, and that's what he's saying in some of these reports and stuff that you can check out yourself on Sports Illustrated. You can check them out on pretty much any site. But yeah, he's saying he's got a lot left. He's got a lot to contribute to a team. And I do believe him. I'm saying? I just believe that his role with the Clippers really isn't that valuable because, like I said, he's what he brings to a team now is not what he brought to a team 5-6 years ago. You see what I'm saying? Or 4 or 5 years ago. It's not the same. You know what I'm saying? PJ Tucker is good defensively still, but he's not as good defensively as I thought he was, several years ago. And with that being said, there's no knock on him. It's just saying that I don't think that, he's the type of defender that, he once was. And then on top of that, he's not really like tall enough. You see what I'm saying? Like his height. Yeah, I mean, he's about the, height of, Kawhi or somebody like that. But they, the Clippers need more of a big man in there as a shot blocker, because they got enough wing defenders to guard the perimeter and everywhere else. So really, they're just looking for more, needing more shot blocking from the 5 position. And if you put PJ Tucker at the 5 position, if you run small ball, yeah, he could be effective somewhat. But like I said, with him being an age player as he is, his defense isn't as good as it was back on Houston or something like that. Even with the Bucks, I believe when he won the championship with the Bucks, I think that was like the last time I think I've seen him play defense at a pretty decent level. And but still, that's some time ago. That's not now. That's the past. And my point is, the way the Clippers are running right now, everything is working. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So I can definitely see why the potential trade for him is, evident right now. But the only problem is that I would not like the Clippers to make a trade with their rival. I don't think any team should do that. I mean, I personally think you don't ever want to give your rival team an upper hand in any type of situation when it comes to, sports or any type of competitive nature that you have in you. I don't think the Clippers should do that. If they're going to make a trade with somebody, trade them to somebody in the Eastern Conference or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't trade them to, one of your neighbor in the Lakers and give them firepower or one of your firepower weapons that they could utilize against you. I just don't think I personally wouldn't do that. That's not how I think. I mean, it's almost like, I'm not going to say it's the same, but, we can use the reference of, what Kawhi is a superstar and PJ Tucker isn't. But I'm just saying, when Kawhi was on the Spurs and he asked to be traded to the Lakers, I think way back then, they traded him to Toronto. You see what I'm talking about? It's like, teams are not supposed to give you everything you want. You know what I'm saying? They're not supposed to give you to the competition and make the competition better, because this is a competitive sport. This is a competitive, environment. So, if we're trying to compete, then we're not going to give you a piece that you can use that makes your team more valuable or that might could fit. Because think about it. When the Lakers, basically dropped Westbrook went to the Clippers, and the Clippers, he's more of a fit with the Clippers than he is the Lakers. And that could be the possible situation with PJ Tucker. He might be more of a fit for the Lakers than he is with the Clippers. And now you gave the Lakers another weapon they could utilize against you, especially after the Lakers beat you earlier this season, you definitely don't want to give them any ammunition. And they just won the playing tournament as well. So, I mean, like they're they're on their high horse right now, sort of say. So, I mean, you don't want to, give them any ammunition or anything like that. You want to kind of like keep it, dull with them, as much as possible. If they give you any players or anything like that, you take it, you know what I'm saying? Because you're in lust for a championship. They have championships, this and that, good enough for them, but you're trying to get a championship yourself, your first one at that. So you don't want to give any type of, any type of ammunition or weapons to any other team that can give them a better opportunity than you. Personally, I would send them to a team like, the Wizards. Or if he wants to go to a team that's maybe a little bit competitive, hell, send them to Toronto. You know what I'm saying? They got some good pieces in Toronto. You know what I'm saying? They got, some good young players, things like that. But I mean, I think that, ultimately, I wouldn't send them to, your neighboring competition. I just wouldn't do that specifically. But I understand if the Clippers, what they might be looking at is they might be looking at a situation where they might be able to get something from the Lakers that is valuable to them. And I just don't see any other players on the Lakers that they would give up that would be valuable to your team that would make you better than them, because the Lakers, they're your competition. They're not going to try to give you anything that's going to benefit you. That's just obvious. So, I mean, I wouldn't even really be making any type of proposals or anything with the Lakers. I mean, there's plenty of other teams they can talk to. I mean, honestly, they could send them to, anywhere, really. I mean, just however you want to look at it, but my point is I definitely wouldn't send them there. I definitely wouldn't be talking to the enemy. I definitely would just focus on what you have there and with your team and maybe make a proposal trade with somebody else. I mean, because honestly, I personally, one trade I wouldn't mind seeing. Them make a trade with the Bulls. And I said before, Vucevic is there, and Zach LaVine. I'm starting to kind of wane on the Zach LaVine thing a little bit, but I really would like somebody like Caruso, somebody like him. Yeah, that would be perfect. You know what I'm saying? He's the type of guy where, he's a combo guard, mainly plays like shooting guard for the Bulls anyway, but his defense is underrated to me. And like I said, he can knock down big shots, and he's won a championship before. So, I mean, he has championship DNA. So to me, somebody like that can come in and give the Clippers some, wonderful minutes and maybe even insert him in the starting lineup. I'm not sure. I wouldn't really put him over Terrence Mann or anything like that. But I mean, maybe with his skill set and what he can do in regards to how he plays, that could be a possibility. Not saying the Clippers should do that or would do that, but I mean, it's a possibility. Ty Lue is open to try a lot of things. Experiment is one of his, should be his middle name. But regardless, I do think that, the Clippers definitely should try to make way to, find a way to open up the path for PJ Tucker somewhere else, because he definitely feels like he has more to offer and more to give a team rather than sitting on the bench and giving moral support. So I definitely understand that. I definitely respect that. So, I mean, honestly, I'm on the board. Trade him to the Bulls and get somebody like Alex Caruso or somebody like that, and we can utilize him a little bit more. And there again, you're adding a little bit more defense. Alex Caruso led the league in steals 1 or 2 years. 1 or 2 seasons. And like I say, he can knock down big shots. And, he's just one of those type guys that just knows how to play, knows how to win to me. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he's another high IQ basketball type player. So when you get those high IQ guys, those are the guys I'm really in tune with. I really like. So, I mean, I definitely would look that way if I were the Clippers. But definitely I wouldn't, try to do any business with the enemy in the Lakers.